as a console and game collector, retro game collector, nostalgic collector, whatever you want to call it, I've always been a big fan of Game Boy devices and the selection of Game Boy stuff that came out from the original, the color, the advance, and even the SP, and pretty much like all the rest of them moving forward, like the DS and stuff like that. And because I'm a big fan, I love the emulation devices that came out that gave me that same feeling of those originals, but with much better visuals. For example, the Anbernic 40XX I love playing some of my favorite Game Boy games that I own, by the way, on that nice screen. Or the RG300X. Playing some Castlevania Circle of the Moon, oh my goodness, it is amazing. And even the Anbernic RG35XX SP. I mean, for real, I just switch up these handhelds and they're just so much fun. They remind me so much of my original handhelds that I own. But there was one that I never owned, and I've been really thinking about getting one in my collection. But finding it is so rare, and it's a bit expensive. And that handheld is called the Gameboy Micro. I know I turned back the clock on that one. It's definitely a missing trophy in my collection. Just like I said, it's pretty rare to find. But a couple of months ago, I was considering getting one. I was doing my online shopping, just looking at old school devices, old school stuff, and it hit me a very long time ago. Before then, I was putting an order for a new handheld that Anbernic was releasing, because they're usually releasing new devices all the time. But I started to look at their old devices because it's the best way to catch a sale. And I landed on this right here, the RG300X, or you could say RG300X if you want to call it. It's an oldie but goodie. And yes, okay, it's not the original, but at least I can add other handheld games or other console types or whatever you want to call it, and even arcade games. And I had this for a bit, but I never got a chance to open it. But now it's time to experience it. Let's get started. What is going on, you guys? Your boy Famous Kid Video Game Entertainment. And before we go any further, make sure you hit the like, subscribe button. Click like, subscribing. It's always a big help. Let's peep this thing out. All right, let's pop this open right here. Whoa, I think this came out, I don't know, I really put a full study up on it, but it looked like it came out about 3, maybe 4 years ago. I mean, and there's so many videos out there on this thing because this thing been out, so I'm not gonna really go into the specs and all that kind of stuff. But this thing look nice. It's like a little platinum look. It's clean. This looks, oh yeah. And you get your, you got your C-type charger, and you also have your 64 gigs of games up on there. I might end up using that later, but yeah, I might end up using that later. Yeah, just the first setup or whatever. But what I'm gonna do, and here's the little manual that they have, but what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something a little bit different with this thing, because this, I don't know, I'm just gonna, for right now, I'm just gonna throw it into the box because I'm not gonna use it. But here's the idea though, you can get your games and make sure you just dub those to your PC. And this right here, this setup right here, I'm gonna take that out and I'm just gonna do my own thing, because that's just, I'm just gonna have fun and see what I can put up on here. So that's the whole point of me trying this out, because this thing been out for years, so I'm quite sure I should be able to find something. Hopefully you guys don't have to follow what I'm doing, because I do make mistakes. This is just what I'm doing, okay? There's plenty other videos out there that can break it down. Here I'm just going to use my 32 gig SD card. I'm just going to use this, and I'm going to go ahead and just pop this in my PC. And yeah, I'm finna just get down and see what I can find. Let's do it. All right, let's float right through this. Okay, well, all my stuff, I usually like to format in FAT32. All my SD cards, that's just what I do. If it's a little bit bigger than 32 gigs, I just use GY format. But once that's done and complete, what I just did, I just went up on Google, typed in devices I had, and just typed in firmware, and then this is the website I found. Okay, I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you guys don't have to search for it. But right here, down here where it says assets, I'm just gonna pick out the first one, the very first one. Okay, that's the one, that's the device I'm using basically. My bad, I just selected both of them by mistake, but just the first one. And then also, if you want to look at the instructions, say for instance, this, what I'm saying might be a little more complicated, you could just use the instructions, which I used on the installation, and this will just break everything down of what you need to do. But it's up to you however you want to do it. This is where I'm just going to do it, and there's a lot of information if you want to just read through it. But once you get it, I just unzipped it and it came up and I had my folder right here, which I'm going to be using Etcher. You can use any other thing if you want to go ahead and flash your card, but I'm using Etcher. That's just me. After I get through, boom, we're just gonna have that done. Everything's all done and everything, but don't take it out yet, or don't put it in your device yet, because you're not finished. Okay, so yeah, you pop it out, pop back in, and then now you can go ahead and read your files. Okay, you're gonna go to select underscore kernel dot bat. Okay, there's two types of files that's going to pop up on your SD card, so just make sure you pick the right one. Then after that, you're just going to select what type of device you is. I'm a number 6, which is a 300X, and then just push enter, and then now it's set up for your device. It's ready to go for your device. So let's X this out, and we're going to pop this in. Now I want to show you right here, this little button right here. That is the reset button, just in case you wondering or how to reset, or just have some problems and it's not, you know, you just need to reset it. So that's the reset button down there. Now, usually what I just think about it, just go with the T-pad right there, and that's why I usually put the SD card in. Okay, there's indications for the EXT where you put your other SD card at, but obviously that's just what I do. And right over here on the side right here, there's the power. Okay, so you just push and hold, and it ain't gonna take that long. It's seeming like it's just as soon as the light comes on, it comes on pretty quickly. Give it a bit so it can set up and do its thing, and then after that, boom. Now right now it has nothing, so because you can just push any button and it'll go back to. Now right now you can just see that it's kind of dark. Okay, you can't really hardly see nothing. I mean, maybe y'all can see it, but I can't. Push and hold the power, plus use the T-pad towards the right. Okay, just keep tapping the right while holding the power button, and it'll brighten right on up. Okay, and you're set. That's just, yeah, nice. Now this thing has like categories. Okay, I just wanted to let you know, and I'm probably gonna explain this a little bit more after I get through with everything. Okay, and now with consoles, everything, but I have no games. I have no games at this point in time. I'm pretty much probably just gonna shut it down, but I want to show you some of the themes. There's some themes right here you can select, and if you want to download them and add them to your SD card, that's up to you. But there's some couple of setups right here, and I'm just testing it out for a second, but I'm not gonna dig too much into it at this point. Okay, so at this point in time, I'm just gonna shut it down. You could just all types of setups that you could mess around with, but now I have my 32 gig little extra SD card, and I already formatted FAT32, so I'm just gonna pop this in so it can go ahead and read, so I can install the games. Okay, pop in, just make sure you just like I said, make sure it's formatted FAT32, then pop it in, and the other one, which is where you're going to put your games at, and then just go ahead and power it back on. Give it a bit, and that's where I'm gonna put my games. Now if you want to go ahead, like if you're trying to figure out your games, just like I said, these devices usually comes with like SD cards full of games, and you could just transfer them from your PC. Okay, now look it, there's no games right now. I need to, basically, in all other words, I just need to shut this thing back down so that way I can hop back on my PC and add the game. So it's your first one, just push start and just push the shutdown. Just push A, give it a second. Yep, then pop this SD card out, then hop back to my computer. Now all your stuff is right here. In this case right here, self-explanatory. Just basically add your BIOS, add your ROMs, all the stuff of your games that you have saved up, however you want to do it. And if you, okay, let me explain one thing to you just in case. So let's go right one of these right here. I'm just gonna, okay, because I'm not gonna put too many consoles. I'm just gonna probably put like, okay, now if you got box art, put your box art inside the previews folder. Okay, that's where your box art goes. Okay, that's what I just wanted to let you know. Don't just put it in a folder where images is. Take all your box art and put it inside the preview folder, so your games go on the outside right there, and then there's where your box art is gonna go. So if you did everything right, I'm gonna turn this on. Okay, now remember, just like I said, it's all in sections. So you got your console, handhelds, and you got your home computer. So if you have like DOS or something like that, you could pretty much just add that. I'm just gonna keep it just simple, and I'm just gonna go ahead and go into like my handhelds, and look, and if everything goes looking right, you did everything right, and now you got your box art and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not really into that, then you just got your list of games, and everything's like you're all ready to go. You're ready, you're all set. And that's what I'm saying, because I have plenty of handhelds that I have so much other setups and it's everything just all set up for me. And I want to just keep this simple, but I wanted to just kind of show you, if you know, with this is just like keeping it just very, very simple. And the games looks amazing. I mean, games, and it feels like the controls are really, really good, and it's on point. I don't really have to do nothing. I really didn't do any type of extra settings. I didn't do nothing. I just popped some games up in here and I'm just playing games and enjoying myself. And really it's that simple. And I wanted to keep it that simple. So you can go ahead and, like, you know, mess with all the settings and tamper with everything. And that's up to you. If you want to, you know, if you want to just keep on going and really just like get the full potential of it to where you can use like open bore, you want to add your music, you want to go ahead and like some might want to just put like videos and stuff. So that's up to you. I mean, but you have it. I mean, to me, it's this device right here. It's simple and you can do a lot more to it if you want to. So it's a choice. And I just think that it's super fun, but I just want to have it just super simple. That's just me. I just, you know, just because I have so many other handhelds, but I'm loving it. And I'm actually going to be like sitting back and trying to discover more. So if you guys want to see more videos of this, about this little handheld, or maybe if you had like some extra questions, because like some of you guys probably already have this handheld, that we can all help each other. So, and if there's things I didn't get a chance to discover, you know, let me know. I mean, because if you discover something else, I mean, that's awesome. Maybe I could try it out too. All right, you guys, with that being said, I'm gonna be out. I try to just breeze through this so that way I can try to make a quicker video, but it probably didn't work out. Thank you guys for chilling with me, okay? And if you guys made it this far, thank you so much, all right? And from gamer to gamer, thanks for watching.